welcome back to Vintage Recipe Hero. This week I've planned a refreshingly retro summer dessert for you called Heavenly Orange Whip. Yes, it does include whipped cream, and yes, it does include gelatin, but we're not using a flavored fruit gelatin because we are using plain gelatin along with real lemon juice. Yes, this guy is bald and zested. You do not need lemon zest for this. Use your old lemons and real oranges and orange zest and orange juice and egg yolks. This recipe says it makes enough for an 8 to 10 cup gelatin mold. So I'm going to be using 2 gelatin molds, this lovely vintage one I'm borrowing from my mother, and my kind of generic gelatin mold. I got my eggs hiding in here because I don't think either of these holds 8 to 10 cups if we're talking like the, regular cup. I think this probably holds like 3 or 4. So get your biggest gelatin mold, or if you don't have a gelatin mold, just make it in a bowl. You can unmold it afterwards. We're just going to be sitting it in a bit of hot water, and then that will release the edges of the gelatin, and then we'll flop it. Unlike what I did in my tomato aspic video, the very first aspic mold I'd ever made, and I didn't know how to flip it. You can check that video if you want. It's pretty rough. Let's get started. What for this one, because we've zested it, the skin is quite weak in all the wrong ways, so I'm just gonna cut the skin off this one and section it. With what great skill she chops this, dear Lord. Oops. I thought about refilming this to make it seem like I didn't forget the orange zest, but here's to honesty. I know it's not quite 2 cups, but it's close enough. Okay, let's do this. This is a lot whiter than what I thought it was going to be. Now, I think I'll start by refrigerating them for 4 hours, which it's 3 p.m. now, so that will bring us to 7 p.m. So let's hope they're done by then. They're finally done. It's 6:40 p.m. and I was willing to wait until 7 p.m. to eat these today. So I am very glad we can do the filming and tasting right now. I think I should leave the perfect one a little bit longer. Maybe I'll taste this one that was made in the vintage mold. It's a little bit less perfect. Oh my God, this is heavenly. This is like a cloud. It's so creamy. You can tell that it's made with a lot of whipping cream, but it's so light. The tangy orange really cuts right through the richness. You know, I was wondering initially if we should have put the zest of all the oranges in this, but actually, because you have the pieces of orange, you get a lot of orange flavor and tartness from that. And maybe if you had added all the zest of all the other oranges, it would have been a little bit overkill. The more I eat it, the more I love it. Thanks so much for making the heavenly orange whip with me. Let me know what you think in the comments below, and I'll see you next week.